Everyone, I felt like making a concertina journal ready for the King's coronation on Saturday. King Charles III, as you know, has succeeded to the throne after Queen Elizabeth II's death last year. So I had a look through my stash, see what I had, and I've got a postcard here of Carnarvon Castle, and that's where the Prince of Wales, soon to be King Charles III, was actually made into the Prince of Wales. So that's actually in Wales. So that's just a blank postcard. This one here is another British postcard that I've got just of Stonehenge. So I thought that would be nice to add as well. And then what I did was made some book pages, and I did them, trebled them up so they're nice and thick like a postcard. And I made 3 more which are exactly the same size. So what we're going to end up with is a concertina journal, and it will fold out like this. I've made one once before, and that was for when Queen Elizabeth died. I made a memorial one, which is now sold. It was on my Etsy. So I'm also going to list this one. So I'm going to film it now, get it up so that you can watch it, because the coronation is this Saturday. And I'm going to make the journal now with you, show you how easy it is to do, and if you'd like to have that to keep, you can. I also found 2 giant jumbo cards that I've got, have made other things with these, and of course I chose a king and a queen. So we'll add those in as well. I've also got lots of ephemera. I made some of these. They're like a cameo badge that ladies used to wear, but when I made it, I made this one specifically for King Charles's coronation. So they're available on my Etsy store. There's a whole load of them on there. So I'm going to use that as well. I've also got some old, really old cigarette cards. Back in the day, they used to have these, and it's got like one of the King's Guards. It's got the Jerusalem Chamber at Westminster Abbey, regalia, which is all the stuff that they will be wearing for the coronation. It's now held at the Tower of London, which we all know. But the royal ornaments are brought to the Jerusalem chamber on the day before the coronation and remain on constant guard until required for the ceremony. So I thought I would include that. So you've got that to look at as well. There's a flag with 2 explorers on it. There's a previous king, which is George V. I'll include that as well. And this is also James I. So I'll include that as well. And then a little china teapot and jug, which I thought would be nice as well. So I've got quite a few things to include. Also, what I've got is a 1 shilling coin, which is from 1948. I'll let you see that. From 1948. And of course, that was the year that Charles was born. So I'm going to include that as well. So let's get started. See what I've got, and I've also got some other printables there, but I'll show you those as I do them. Let me take that to my sewing machine and I'll be right back. Okay, there we are. That's our little cover. Looks really cute with the little hearts on it. So that's going to be really nice. So now we have to start sticking our pages together. So I think I want Carnarvon Castle next, because that's kind of like where he was made the Prince of Wales, and I think that would be nice. So I think what I want to do is put a hinge here, so that then I cover it over here, you know, with the next page like this. But I want the hinge to go on the back of this one so that you can see the full image. So you just have to think about it when you're doing it so that you get it right where you want it. And you don't want it like overlapping, because otherwise it won't fold. You want it so there's a tiny little gap in here. You know, if you follow my channel at all, you will have seen this piece of paper many times before. It's my trusty piece of paper, so I'm just using Mod Podge. I find that's really good for my hinges because it makes them... now, I've done that the wrong way around already. Okay, so this side needs to be here for Carnarvon Castle to be underneath. And put plenty on, you don't want it to come off. So that will go under about there. Alright, like that. And then the other side you want to sit over here. You just got to think about how you want it to go. And just make sure it's sort of straight. That's it. And now the other one, you want it to be glued here so that it can stick on the top. Now the others, you might just want to stick them all in the one on the one side, doesn't really matter. But just for the cover, that's how I envisaged it to be. So that's what I'm going to do. I had a little bit of a think about it beforehand. So this will sit like that. So remember, you must leave the gap for it to be a concertina. Okay, so there is the first one, and you can see that will fold lovely like that. Alright, but you've got to leave the gap. Now we can work on doing this, or we can work on doing the other hinges. You know, it doesn't really matter what you do, but I think I'll work and just do cover over this first one. I've got my first printable here, so I think this will be nice sitting on here like this. Now I think I'll take it all the way to the top. So I want that to be ripped off about there. So how do we all feel about the coronation? I'm married to a Scotsman, so I'm sort of not going there. But I was born in England. Even though when I did my family tree, funnily enough, we're all from Fife. That was absolutely hilarious because I've always felt an affinity with Scotland. And yeah, I found out that my family was actually from there way, 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 way back. Yeah, I think about there. I think that will look great. So let's get that stuck down. I'll be watching the coronation, all right? So yeah, if you're watching, I hope you have a lot of fun. I might make the next one a plain one. And again, I want to stick my hinge under here, not on top. Good. And now this one, we could have on this side, like that, which will probably be covered over anyway. So let's do that one on that side. Does help to sort of make them a little bit stronger as well. So this one's getting squashed down, and that one's getting squashed down, like that. So I'll move all of this along, like that. I might stick something heavy on there, like that, to encourage it to stay put. And let's get the next one. So maybe we'll choose Stonehenge for this one, just keeping in line with the theme of a postcard next. So that one will be quite good. So again, you want to be thinking, well, I want to maybe put the hinge underneath that one, but on top here, the same as this is. So we'll get another hinge, just like that. The thing to check. Might make both of these go underneath actually. That might be good. And that'll be nice and easy for the glue. Alright, so you're getting the idea of what I'm doing. Okay, I'm onto my last hinge. So I thought I'd just show you that. Bit of sewing. I just wanted to show you what I'd done. So I've got this, which has got a pocket, which matches the cover. Okay, and then on the back of that is another pocket, just with the, I don't know, a bit of calico or something. All right, so it's the same kind of calico that I'm using for the hinges. So that will match in just nicely. Okay, let's see where we're at. I've got our cover, which you'll notice is slightly changed. It just looked a bit bland, so I just collaged a little bit more there. We've got our Carnarvon Castle, plain one. We've got our Stonehenge, and we've got our back pocket. All right, so when it folds, it will be a bit like this and like that. All right, so that's going to be the back now. So it's so cute. So we've still got a lot of decorating to do. So let's get to that now. Let's start over here. So I think I'm going to leave Carnarvon Castle. That's what I said, and I think I'll still do that because then you can have a look and see where it was that he became Prince of Wales. If you want to then collage over the top of it, that's fine. I'm going to send you lots of printables with this anyway, so that's going to be fine. All right, so let's move on to this page. So what have I got? So I've got quite a few printables here. I've got a little sticker. I've got the cutest teacups and teapot, which I think are really cute. I've got just some plain wallpaper. I've got a bit of a map of London, and I've got like the cover, which is his cape that he'll be wearing, and his crown. And I've also got some other little bits and pieces. So let's see where we're at. So I was thinking maybe this will be really cute here. I kind of like that, really like that there, and have this closing over. And then you can write on there and then open it up. And you'll still see this, and you can also journal in here as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is to stick that one there. And I think the Union Jack goes nice with the Union Jack that is over on the inside cover here. I think it matches really well. So let me get that one stuck down there. Let's go with that. And I thought if I did that there, you can still journal down here, and I'll leave the back of the card plain so you can journal there as well. So I think that will be good. I've already inked that as well. Let's see where we're going with that. Let's find that edge there. Can still see the Stonehenge sign sticking through, but I think that's kind of nice in junk journaling anyway, to have words and things coming through. So that'll be fine there. So we've got our little cup of tea here. Might just put a little bit more glue just right along the very edge there. So that's good. All right, and now we've got our back pocket, which we'll put something into in a minute. Let's turn over and see what we've got going on the back. So Carnarvon Castle, I'm going to leave blank. And also this one here of Stonehenge, I'm going to leave blank. And you can then, if you want to, journal with some of the things that I send you. That's fine. See if I can just go around the flower a little bit. Make the writing go into the background, or... No, I know what I'll do. I'll use a little bit of gesso. Let me put a little bit of gesso on it just to make that disappear into the background. That's better. All right, so I've let that dry, but I'm really not happy with this. This all looks too plain to me. So I've done another printable. And I'm thinking this little guy here would just look so cute, look. So I'm thinking if I stick him here, We're going to have to go just that side of the crown. And I'll send you the crown as well, because he has plenty of room around him to journal as well. So, you know, you can put your thoughts about what you thought about the coronation, or maybe you've been to London before, as many of us have, and you could write about what you felt or what you saw, all that sort of thing. I'm sure many of us have seen the guards at Buckingham Palace, like this guy. So I just think that looks better, sticking that over the top of that instead of leaving it just with the flower underneath. So I started off thinking that that would be okay, but really it's not. So yep, I'm going to stick that on. I've made up my mind. Little guy, let's put you on here. Yeah, look at that. That's a lot better. I just felt like the page needed something, you know. It just looked too plain. You know how you do when you're journaling and you see something and you just think, yeah, I'm not really happy with that. And still plenty of room for you to journal, which is good. I will just trim the top off in a minute. Alright, so that's good. So the only other thing is these two here, which I said I was going to leave plain. Definitely Carnarvon Castle I'm going to leave plain, because that will give you plenty of room to journal there about the place that King Charles became the Prince of Wales. That's there. And I don't know whether to put something on here or just to include them for you so that you can, although that looks really nice there, look at that. Now I'm going to stick it on. What the heck? If you don't like it, you can journal over the top of it. Make sure we got plenty on there. I'm much happier with it. There we go. Alright, next is going to be finishing off the front. Now I made these brooches. They're actually a digital printable. They're on my Etsy store and they're called cameo brooches, but I added one in for King Charles on the end as well. Now what I did with this, I showed that on the cameo brooches video if you want to watch that, but you'll see around the edge is really shiny like an actual brooch. And I used, it's called Rub and Buff, that one there. And what it does, it just gives the, around the edge, that shiny look. So it looks like a real brooch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lace. I'm going to back this actually using an old playing card. Back it with something like that. And then I'm going to put it on here and add a bit of tulle, maybe at the back. So we've got a bit of a cluster going on. And I'm actually going to attach a pin to the back, and then we'll pop that onto the front of our cover like this. Bit of ribbon as well, because I think it looks really cute. And then I've made the badge, backed it with a bit of card, and then covered the card. And also added a pin. So it will be like a little pin badge that's going to sit on the front here. Okay, there it is. Looks really cute. I'm really liking it. So this is the badge. So you could take it off if you wanted to. You can see it's got a pin under there. And we've got the cluster going down the front. We've attached the coin down here with its 1948. So Charles was actually born on the 14th of November 1948. So that little coin is perfect there. So we turn over and we've got his date of birth here, 14/11/1948. That's the back of the cluster there, and we've got some collage. Then we've got Carnarvon Castle. That's how you say it, Carnarvon Castle. That's where he was made Prince of Wales. And that was on the 1st of July 1969. So I've written that somewhere else as well. So we turn it over and we've got our teapots here and our teacups. Plenty of room for you to journal there. And I've just put a little tag on the bottom. Just there, you can see, just a little tag. So you can easily turn it over. Then we've got the City of London, part of a map here. And we've got King Henry VIII card there, which is quite cute. And now we've got their back page, and we've got our giant playing card just there that goes in the pocket. And I've also made another snippet just with bits of the fabric that I've used and made a pocket there. Now we're going to turn it over, and we've got Queen for Queen Camilla. That goes in that pocket there. We've got the coronation crown, and he's going to be crowned on the 6th of May 2023, so I wrote that on there for you. There's Elizabeth, she was queen from 1558 to 1603. So there's a little card there. And then I have just stenciled his full name, Charles Philip Arthur George. And the little soldier, and we've got our little hinges all the way through. And then we've got Edward, the previous Prince of Wales. Sorry, the day that he was made Prince of Wales is the 1st of the 7th, 1969. So that's on the back of the Carnarvon Castle. Okay, so there's the cute little accordion journal. Now, I didn't put the cards into the accordion journal that I showed you right at the beginning, but I will include those for whoever buys it. So you don't have to worry about that. They'll be included. So there it is. Are you watching the coronation? I am. Can't wait. Nobody does pomp and ceremony like the British. So if you think this cute little accordion journal is for you, then it's for sale on my Etsy shop, and all the details will be there. Pop on over. If not, just enjoy the coronation, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Bye-bye.